And there was one for entertainment and one for something else. And they would set these guys up. But Carson was the guy on there that did their fashion.
He's a fashionista.
He was the fashion guy. And I tell you what, he is a scream.
Sure, this is on Bravo?
No, that was on Bravo a while back. He's on Dancing with the Stars, straight guy. Because
and they would come in like decorate. They would come in and redo their apartments or their houses or their clothes and things
usually
like that.
It was just everything, and they were usually going to ask a girl to marry them. So they would redo everything. So they'd set them up with the tickets and where to take them and what to do. I mean, it was a hilarious show. I watched it.
No, you would.
Yeah, I mean, he sounds Irish to me. He's definitely the man's man.
Yeah.
He's a
so
man.
I love watching. We had to get 2 separate televisions in our house. He sits in the front room, and I sit in the living room. He watches Fox News and whatever, football.
That's what our TV does in the living room.
Dancing with the Stars, and so Think You Can Dance.
You watch X Factor?
X Factor.
I've been
watching X Factor. I do watch Idol. I haven't watched X Factor much, but the Dancing with the Stars I love, and So You Think You Can Dance I can love. It's just beautiful. The dances are just gorgeous.
Do you like the judges?
And I sit there. They're okay, but I'll sit there and just go. Some of them will make me cry. He's like,
"Oh, that JR guy."
Well, oh my God.
Ann.
Okay, Ann, yeah.
I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. I wanted to watch it because that was when it was so cool to be a stewardess, and they had all these rules, and they were like,
"Were you a stewardess?"
No, I wanted to be, but I
make special
I'm going to interview
writings for
Bobby.
this.
Okay.
Well, why are we here?
Isn't
I think we're here for Betty's birthday.
Betty's birthday. Oh, let me get her on the camera then.
they just make more pages.
Betty,
of
is
the
it your birthday?
That's how they do it. I didn't think I'd like
Oh.
my Kindle, but there's games, like free games that you can get on it too. Like I play
His name is
solitaire, and I play
John.
Scrabble, and I play,
Johan.
I love it, and I didn't think I would because I am really had to hold in that book. I'm a reader.
Okay.
yeah.
See, these are what I'm reading right now.
You made this wonderful
Poe.
meal we had.
And I've got some archives. I read something that's called Children of
And
Mist.
what was the
That was
main
by an
course?
author I'd never heard of that was really good.
Now this is for Father Paul.
Oh, okay.
It was the main course was
Yeah, I could read that.
sauerkraut, which had a half a chapel.
How much wine you had?
He's taking a picture of it. It had the special Oktoberfest recipes in the villages. It had chopped apple and onion and caraway seeds and beef broth and sugar. And then
And I was really glad that you had the cornstarch.
Smoked pork chops in just to heat them up, just barely to get them in the right temperature.
It only goes to the pig and you're pushing
Those
the
are smoked, right?
They're smoked.
Oh, they're
Why did it crack?
They are.
That's going back.
And then,
And then I'm in German potato salad. We
Yeah.
had German.
I had to
Yeah.
add a little bit more red wine vinegar, and Splenda too, because it wasn't quite tart and sweet enough, and salt. It needed more salt. So we embellished on the recipe.
Yeah, tweak it.
We tweaked.
Tell them what you made for him.
I made apple kuchen
Oh.
and infused the
The
vanilla
How much you paid for that
into the sauce that I was making, some kind of vanilla sauce. This is like my 4th or 5th or 6th.
Yeah,
of
Cabernet is
sauce.
Cabernet.
So it was vanilla infused with butter. And we're going to put that on the apple
Are we going to
kuchen.
get to eat that?
Yes, we are.
Yes.
With ice cream, vanilla sauce on top of the ice cream, which is on top of the apple kuchen.
Oh, I see.
did the lemon pie and champagne.
And you made the what?
Lemon pie and champagne.
You made the lemon pie.
And Bobby next.
She
Bobby
gets
next.
full credit for the lemon
Yes.
meringue pie.
I got
It
the
looks
Perkins
really
box to
nice.
put it in.
It looks almost as good as a
box.
Perkins.
Yes, I got the
Right,
Perkins box.
it's
She went and
not.
bought a Perkins box to put it in.
I went and bought a Perkins box to put it in. So
By the way, who are you?
I'm Willina.
Willina who?
Willina Stephan.
How are you
Willina
related to
Craig
this family?
Stephan.
I am. I'm her
She's
cousin.
my
Her
cousin.
niece.
She's
You're
my
her
cousin.
husband.
She's my cousin.
Oh, cousin.
We're first cousins.
Cousins.
And who's that lady?
That's my mother.
My aunt,
my
Phyllis.
sister.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, we got it.
I'm finding a whole thing.
And who are these people?
These are our very, very,
Very,
very,
very
very
good
good
We're the
friends.
neighbors down the street.
They're from Patjaw. We're
Hey,
with
PA.
Hey, wasn't that on the news when the hurricane struck?
Oh, we were there. That was bad.
Irene hit us,
This is
yeah.
Jean
were you really?
and Bobby McGuire.
Okay. And what else about it?
Is where
And we went to the store
that in
today to
Connecticut?
buy the,
Let me tell him, that's
what
not
do we
right.
buy today to make the,
He lives in Long Island.
He lives in Long
Uh,
Island.
Yeah.
Chocolate caramel bars.
bars?
Oh,
And we
wow.
made
You
those for dessert.
made 'em?
Yes, they're coming.
We haven't had that
Yeah.
yet.
How'd you do that?
I went to the store with you,
Oh.
okay.
How about that?
We do a lot of things together that way.
Okay.
And who is this with the camera?
Well, who is
Flip
this
it
with the
around,
camera?
Turn it around so we can say it's the birthday.
Oh, no, I want a total camera on me.
Happy birthday
to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear P-Pops. Happy birthday to you.
And thank you for
You're
coming,
very
and thank you,
welcome.
Shannon, for calling, and who else called?
And
Cindy
for the
called,
fruit
and Linda
basket
called.
thing and the fruit thing from Fruitopia or whatever.
That's right, all that stuff.
Go Notre Dame.
And anything I'm
Yay, Irish!
Yeah,
Go
go
fire
I have a
for the Jenkins.
This is one my kids at school used to sing to me because I had a birthday after school started. Happy birthday to you. You live in a zoo.
You look like a monkey, and you act like one too.
You smell like one. That's not so good. I'd rather smell like one.
Mom, sing your Halloween song, Giddy.
Monkeys don't smell good?
Halloween, Halloween, oh what funny things are seen. Witches' hats, callback hats, spring riders, mice and rats.
Mom thought that was something that I sung. I said, I have never heard that in my life.
I used to
That
sing
must be
that with my
something.
kids at school.
There you go.
We must have sung that when I was in school because
Yeah.
I was sitting over there yesterday and they had that Halloween shop and that song kept, that little ditty, and I thought,
Do you
was
remember
that
that
my
song?
kids
Uncle
or was
Bill taught
that,
us?
you know, Debbie said, I've never
Great
heard
green
that before.
gobs of
Greasy, grimy gopher guts, mutilated monkey meat, saturated snake snot, pretty pink puddles of pretty pink pelican puke, and I forgot my spook.
But I brought a straw.
I just threw up.
What did you
Big fat woolly worms, little skinny slimy worms. Golly, how they tickle when they squirm.
Have you met our youngest brother? Have you met Aunt Betty's young? Oh, you've got to
You not
meet
met
him.
Bill?
No,
You need to meet Bill.
I keep hiding.
I tell you, my neighbors love him. They've told him, said, you need to come down here and live. They just love him.
I keep, when he comes, I keep saying, no.
Yeah, you guys just
No
get
neighbors
along.
invited.
My neighbor that lives right across the street from me moved in.
They may all be back Christmas and
Yeah.
New Year.
But she moved in like a year after we bought our house. She bought the house across the street. And the other day, she could not get her driver's license renewed. She just bought a new car. And Bill was down there, and she always comes over and sits on the carport. I've got a little sitting area. And she couldn't get her driver's license. She couldn't, she was divorced from her husband, and he died. She had his death certificate. She had a marriage certificate where she'd been married to him. She had a birth certificate.
That's all?
You have to have all, you know that women have to have all of that stuff now
When they go get their driver's license.
Yes, sir. You want one?
Well, give it to
You
You got a lot of desserts to eat tonight, brother.
Oh, what a problem, huh?
I know it. I should have
love
made
it.
one of those chocolate eclair cakes too.
And they are
I'm in
good.
good shape.
She makes them and takes them over to Fred.
Hmm.
Oh, he loves them.
What are we eating
Who
out
loves
here?
them?
Hmm?
My neighbor that lives kind of, we used to play golf with them all the time.
Betty,
I got
you did
coffee
good,
making.
baby.
I got coffee making. It'll take it just a minute.
All right.
And guess
Mm.
what I have? I have French vanilla coffee creamer.
All right.
French
Good
vanilla,
for-
wow.
good for
all
James.
right.
Just
Oh,
for my
wow.
neighbor, just for my neighbor.
We got a
Jane.
happy man there.
Hobbies
You have
too.
to have some
Yeah.
vanilla sauce on yours.
Just a little bit. Yep, that's good. Thank you.
Sugar free, right?
What?
Yes, it is.
Sugar free?
Yeah.
Yes, everything
It
is
is
calorie
really
free.
sweet, but it is supposed to be sugar
Really
free.
good.
Mine's not.
You know, I eat it over my oatmeal.
You go sugar free,
This is
whatever.
my
it is.
dessert. Does that look good or what?
Or what?
Frosted milk in a tall glass?
Frosted milk.
Doesn't get any better than that.
Diet Coke.
Diet Coke.
Coke.
I
Now
thought that was the
that's a
head.
special glass. That is Debbie's glass.
That's my
I
glass.
thought that was
Yeah.
the head of beer.
That would become a Schwenk
Isn't
glass
that a
now.
beer yet?
I got a Schwenk certificate too for parking.
You got a swank
Oh,
certificate.
yeah,
I
she
did.
did.
I had a perfect parking certificate from
That's
Keith.
right.
You had a what?
A perfect parking. Yes, Debbie, we're gonna put you to bed. I'm drinking Diet Coke now.
I think it's
Okay.
perfect park it.
Park it.
Park it.
Perfect. But you can park it, park it.
Debbie, for all the future people that
perfect
park here
park.
that don't understand how to park, would you explain that,
You
please?
have to park on the left-hand side and the front of the vehicle stops right at the post light.
And what's the reason for that?
That's so that you can back out the golf cart as well as the van, which I can't remember the name of your van.
I pulled up further. Mom kept saying I get the spray.
The
So I just
certificate,
pulled up.
I got the first certificate for parking
Yeah, you
perfectly.
did a perfect job.
Yay.
I had a rubber bander once, though.
I didn't park perfectly the first time. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
the
drive. I said, I'll drive.
process.
I said, I'll drive. He says, no, I'll drive. And I'm sitting there thinking, no, okay. But I let him drive.
Oh, that was a
So
mistake.
we're driving down to Jerry's. And we get to Jerry's, and all of a sudden, he does a left-hand turn and goes into Jerry's. The problem is, the driveway was like about 30 feet up the road. And he goes down the ditch, up the ditch, and parks. He's like, this is a good parking
Just
spot.
in a regular car.
I'm like, this is a good parking spot. And I'm like, sure is. I'm sure glad we're stopped.
I'm glad we're here.
I mean, he just totally went, and it was a ditch. It just totally went down the ditch and up the ditch. Totally missed the driveway. Totally missed it.
Probably
How old was your dad? Or
And he
your
was,
granddad?
I don't know, I was in
that
college.
was not, that was wrong.
So that was before I was married or anything. So I was in probably my 20s, which would have been, he'd have been
He was,
18 or 19 maybe.
yeah.
He'd have been in his 70s, his good 70s. And
Right,
then,
he probably been
he
80.
couldn't
So
see.
he's nothing but a young chicken. He was
He
probably
couldn't see a
80,
foot in front of him.
because he was 86 when he died.
yeah.
Yeah, he died in
didn't wear glasses.
Yeah, he wore glasses. They were big, thick Coke bottle glasses.
He had.
No, they were Pepsi bottle glasses.
Pepsi bottle glasses because he worked at the 7-Up.
Coke was
company.
root water. Coke was root water.
Mhm.
He worked for 7-Up company,
Mhm.
and we could never drink Coke.
No.
You remember the
Like that.
Kickapoo Joy
Kickapoo
Juice?
Joy
And I think
Juice.
that's Mountain Dew now. And
The chocola
brownie.
brownie. That was
Brownie.
my favorite.
Yeah,
That was
Big
my favorite.
Red.
Big Red was good.
Yeah, Big Red was good.
But we couldn't drink Coke. Oh my God, Coke was root water.
Yeah. And have 7-Up.
Bad stuff.
That brought
Bad,
your
bad, bad
hits, that
stuff.
brought your
Yeah,
hits.
and he had a cure for everything with 7-Up. You had a headache, you put salt in 7-Up, cured the headache. And you know it really does work. That's what's so scary. It really does work.
Are you put a little whiskey in the 7-Up?
No, that's hot
That'll
toddy.
work.
No, he made the hot toddies.
He did the hot toddies, yeah.
That'll
was
get you
sick.
sleep if you need
Tia and I
to.
went around saying we had cramps every time we were there, so he fixed us a hot toddy.
I have cramps.
And the whole family
We
got it
really
at the
hurt,
same time. How'd you not coordinate that?
I'm surprised Michael never said anything.
My mom had cramps.
You get cramps in your legs and you drink a
No,
hot
no,
toddy?
cramps like
Menstrual.
menstrual cramps.
Oh,
He
you're
talked him on we got
period.
cramps and he
Oh.
fixed
That's
us.
what I said.
He
They
fixed
I
all
us.
thought you had a cure.
No, I said they all
Oh,
had
okay.
them at the same time.
Yeah.
He did, that was horrible. I remember
Okay.
leaving a horse show with him one time, and he got in the car, and him and Mama were in the front, and Tina and I were in the back. He got in, he never looked anywhere. He turned the car on, off we went. There was cars screeching, brakes, horns blowing, and off he went. I was like, oh my God, we're gonna die.
There were a couple occasions when I drove with him that I was thinking this is gonna be my last.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, my cousin Tina and I I'm 5 days older than her. and she
That's
was
my
driving.
brother's daughter.
Yeah, that's my, yeah.
That's the Brad's daughter.
Yeah, that, but she drove, I guess she was driving around Corbin when she was 13 years old.
No, we drove
Yeah.
down to the dam, the city dam.
We drove
Well,
to
she
the
would
dam.
drive to the movie.
We drove
that
to the
truck.
movie.
Drive that truck.
Down to the damn
I
thing.
probably
Yeah,
12.
the
Damn.
We went to the dam.
And
You are
we go into that trade. He says, just watch out for the cottonmouths. I said, okay.
Well, I didn't even know what a cottonmouth was. I just got in. I was like,
You
what's
thought that was
cottonmouth?
some kind of fish, right?
Yeah. He said, just watch out for the cottonmouths while you're in there. Okay, Papa.
Now, Mom,
Whatever.
One time, and she
Whatever.
had
They're
this,
snakes, aren't they?
Yeah, oh
yeah,
yeah.
Willard Scott.
And Mama Porner was like,
Yeah, nice name.
now when we were all down there playing, they had this huge, they lived up on this hill, and we were down into these fields, and then there was these forests and these creeks and all this stuff, and we just go and be gone all day type of thing. And so, but Mama Porner was like, now, if you kids go down there to the creek, you all watch out for Willard. I said, okay, Mama, we'll watch out for Willard.
It was
thinking,
Willard Scott, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Willard. Willard
Yeah,
something or another.
Willard.
Anyway, Willard
Martin. Willard
Martin.
Martin. It was Willard Martin. That was
So,
what it was.
Funny how
we're down,
fun
so
comes into
we
your
go
mind.
down to the creek because we love this area where this creek was. It was just very much fun to play with.
There was
play
like
in.
2 big hills.
Yeah.
Down into
And it's like
the
two
middle.
big concrete. It was really cool.
Mhm.
So we start going down this path, and it's Tina and it's Jimmy and Melina and me. Is there anybody else?
I think it was it.
Because
That
that
evening,
evening,
Hamilton kids.
may have been the Hamilton kids.
Mhm.
But Bill had been down there, they've been clearing out things, and we were gonna have this big old bonfire down there that night by the pond down there, which is the bottom of the hill, pretty close to the creek. We were probably about 100 yards or so from where the bonfire was gonna be. So we'd gone down there early, and we were gonna play in this creek area. Well, Mama Porter's like, watch out for Willard, watch out for Willard. You see Willard, you run. And so, okay, Mama.
We did.
So we go down this hill, and as we started to go down our little path, here comes this guy with this gun up our path.
Mhm.
And we're like, we thought it was Willard, and we're screaming, Willard! And we screamed, we crossed that pond, we walked on water, we went up that hill, we did, it was,
You ran behind your mother's
oh my goodness, we're
I think I vaulted
screaming up this hill. And the whole time, this poor guy's down there yelling, trying to say, I know Willard. And it was Jimmy Day or something.
Yeah, there was one of the
One of the
day
day
guys.
kids, one of the day kids
over
were across the holler over there. But it scared that crap out. We thought sure that was Willard. We were dead.
I think
we thought-
Papa and Bill went to
they
see
did
who it
go
was.
down there. They went down there to check it all out and found out it was Mr. Day. And
Papa got his pistol. And
he's like, I'm sorry I scared those children.
We thought for sure that's who it was.
So you should cross the what, the Holland?
No, he lives across the holler.
He lived across the holler.
He lived on the other hill.
Oh,
Down in
The
the
one
way
that
of
lived
the
at
holler.
the head of the holler.
yeah.
Okay, now here's a good story. I was in junior high, and part of what we were doing was genealogy stuff, okay, through, we had one of our sons was would call our grandparents and go back and talk about, where they were from, where they came from and stuff. So my dad's side of the family, we lived close to my dad's family. So I'm talking to my mom and Papa Frederick, and they're telling us, my grandma's telling me they're from Germany, and Papa, they're doing all this stuff, and I'm getting all this information. So I get permission, and I call Mama Porter on the phone because I need to get from the other side of the family where we're from. And so I explained to Mama Porter what what I'm doing. I'm doing this tracing, back to where my family's from and all this kind of stuff. As I said, so I just need to know where your family's from. She says, well, down there on Mitter Holler, Mitter Creek, and across the holler, and I'm sitting there thinking, Mitter Creek, holler. I said, aren't you from Europe or something? No, Mitter Creek, down here on the holler.
Same place you were playing.
Yeah, and the place we were playing. It was like Mitter Creek.
Now, mine and Betty's great-grandfather Hill is Aquila Hill. He is full-blooded Cherokee, and he's on the National Register.
Yeah, he's on the
Cherokee.
National Register. Yeah,
He's full-blooded
he is.
Cherokee.
Well, none of us did. Charles sat down there when Chris was in Governor's Scholars. Charles sat down there and was telling us, started this stuff about all these people we had that were related to us. And he says, he goes, we got a lot of Cherokee in us because he was talking about going down to Cherokee, North Carolina. And he says, our great grandfather, I guess he used to say,
Whose father? How old was
Papa Reeves.
No,
It
it
was
was
Mama's.
Mamaw.
Mama's dad.
It was Mamaw Corner's
How long has
grandma.
your family's been here? I mean,
They've
Cherokee,
been here
they
a long
were
time.
Indians.
Yeah.
I would
They've been
say
here a
so.
long time.
I would say so.
It was mother's. It
How
was
did
my
they-
mother's
It was
grandmother.
Mama's
How did
Corner's
they get
grandmother.
involved with the Indians?
Well, apparently down in that section of the country, the Cherokee and the white people.
They all lived in that area.
Intermarried?
They intermarried. It
They
was-
were,
there was
they
a
were
lot.
friendly people, they didn't fight each other.
Yeah, I mean, and then when
I
they
know that.
decided to do the, I didn't either, we couldn't have money to go to school. And,
Yes.
Well, you
Yes.
know what,
they,
Debbie, Scott's girlfriend,
yeah,
Scott's girlfriend might be
related.
related to him.
Was this around Kentucky?
Yeah, it was around Kentucky, it's in eastern Kentucky.
Kentucky and North Carolina.
North Carolina. And his name was Aquila Hill. And he married, I guess, the grandmother.
He married Christine Hill.
Christine Hill, and but he was full-blooded Cherokee. And when they did the Trail of Tears, now he is a registered Cherokee on that
What year would you
roster.
say this is? Before
In
the
the 1800s.
Civil
Maybe
War?
around late 1800s. You know when they
So
did the
after
Trail
the
of Tears.
Civil War?
After the Civil War. And apparently they were, the Cherokees were landholders in that area, but then the white people got nervous because they were, and they took their land, and they had to register. So he was registered on what they call Baker's Road. And, you know, and Charles told us all this stuff down there, and I thought he was just full of
And
crap.
you remember every single word of it.
Yeah, well, you know, it was kind of like,
She looked it up.
I looked it up. So I went on the internet, and I thought, well, you know, if he's really on Baker's Row, I should be able to find it. So I got on, and I looked up Baker's Row on the computer. And I could not look it up myself. I had to go through the Cherokee National something or other. So I did the email, and I told them that, you know, that I had been at my aunt's. My cousin had told this story, and I put on there I really didn't believe it. and I said,
That's the challenge, you know?
right, I
That's
said,
the
I really didn't
challenge.
believe it. I said, but he said that our great-grandfather's name was Aquila Hill.
AQUI.
Aquilla, Hill. And this guy emailed me back a couple of days later, and he said,
Yeah, it is. because
said
I've
he
been
is on
buying it
Baker's
probably
Road.
cheaper.
It is.
and he
Great
said he
value,
was
yeah.
registered. He did not
Don't
go
have
to
very many
Oklahoma, but he
calories
wasn't
in it
registered.
either.
He
Is
wasn't
that the French
registered
vanilla? That tree?
on Baker's Road.
From
I had no
It's
idea.
got 30 calories.
Yeah,
So
I'd
I
buy
figured
that.
that we
I
were,
think it'll work.
I think we're an eighth. I think when we figure it down, it
And
was
I
an
think
eighth.
our great grandmother on my mother's
But she
father's
wasn't.
side,
She wasn't registered.
she wasn't registered, but she was full-blooded Indian, Cherokee.
There was a lot of the inner stuff in that area. You
There
know,
were a
Eastern
lot, yeah,
Kentucky,
there were a lot
North
of
Carolina, the
intermarriages.
Tennessee area, in that area. And they held, the Cherokee held property then. But then after the Civil War, there was so much turmoil with, you know, what was it, the Northern aggression? Yeah, and I'll tell you, my cousin Charles could tell you this whole story. He used to go to my Papa Reeves' house, and he said Papa would tell him all this stuff. I never had heard it before. I mean, my son was 17 years old when he was telling this.
I wish I would know some of that stuff from our family.
Mm-hmm.
I know that my grandfather, my father, owned a store called Shan Store.
Mhm.
And at one point it was called Hayden's, whatever, it doesn't matter. But supposedly during the slave thing, slaves were hidden in the cellar of our store.
Oh, yeah.
But that's way later. That's like another 2 generations after what you're talking about.
Right.
But we have the Patchogue Indians out on Long Island. We have the Patchogue Indians. That's where
My son's trying to find
Setauket,
out
and
where
maybe the
his roots come
Setauket, the Setaukets too. Because
Yeah.
Setauket, Long Island,
Right.
and Patchogue, Long Island are named after Indian tribes.
Yeah,
So I don't know how they all got way out there.
I had never ever heard this at all until
They
that
must have
day
been all
that he
over.
was. Yeah.
Well, they were here before we were.
Right. But you know, I never knew that there was this part of our family. And you know, I looked at Charles and I said, "You're so full of it." What's going on?
That's neat. That's neat.
Okay, I am going to take Debbie, who's teaching me how to take pictures and put them in a file and be able to send them by email to all the folks that are interested in this.
Okay, first off, you need to put a picture on the scanner.
Okay, and that is right there. And let's select the picture.
You want to use the one of your parents at Niagara Falls on their honeymoon.
You want to use that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I might be able to do some adjustments to it. It looks
All
like
right. There we are.
okay, and that's all you do is you lay it on the scanner.
Right.
Okay, this is the very beginning. And Peter, this little Dell printer home is the first button you want to push. Okay, double click it.
Where is it? Wait a minute.
It's right here on the bottom. It's right there.
It looks like a Boy Scout badge.
Or Canadian maple leaf or something
Okay.
like that. It's on your right now. It's on all of your. It's on your desktop icon, and it says Dell Printer Home.
Okay.
It looks like the Canadian maple leaf thing. Okay.
But
It's
wait a
right-
minute, I've got a problem here. I forgot how to zoom in
Zoom.
on the camera. Just a minute. Okay, now I know how to do it.
All right. There is the Dell Printer Home.
Okay,
Okay.
got you.
I double clicked on that,
All right.
and this screen pops up. Now it says scan, and it says photo, scan one or more photos. You click on that, and I'm going to select a single photo, and it's automatically scanning from your wireless printer scanner that you have located behind you.
Okay, now just 1 second here. Unfortunately, this printer is not turning, the screen on the computer isn't looking too good. Let me turn off this light.
Yeah, you might want to turn off the light and see if that's better.
I don't think that's going to matter, but we shall see.
Okay.
It doesn't seem to make much difference.
Can you
So,
zoom in?
let me,
Just zoom in on the screen itself.
okay, well, put your finger where I should be zooming.
Well, you want the whole.
Okay, I got that, and that's the,
The
okay.
first place is the Dell Printer Home,
Okay, got that.
and then this screen popped up, and I hit scan, and I scanned one or more photos.
Wait a minute, I don't see scan on here. Put
It's
your
right
finger.
here, scan. It says scan and then photo, and I click on this right here, and then I come down and I
Wait a
click
minute, I'm not with you. Okay, now go ahead.
and I click on single photo,
Right?
and when I do that, and this has already been done, this screen pops up, okay? And all I did was take my mouse and I drug this down,
Well, you're going too fast.
okay. This screen, after you scan, the scan is complete.
Right?
This pops up. This is a really important step for organization of your files, okay? Your master file of your tree is my pictures. So if you go over here to your computer and types of things, and then you're going to go onto your, probably not your desktop, but your computer, desktop, it's usually my documents. Your desktop looks different.
Well, take your time.
Okay.
I'm going to be able to put this up on the big screen, so I'll be able just to look up, on the TV.
Okay,
I want
I'm
it to
going to
have
go
the
to,
camera.
I'm going, instead of using the sidebar here now, I think the best place is to go to, we're in your file, right? Let's see here.
I don't know.
Let me just check this real quick and see if this is where we are. Okay, this is where we go. All right. When you go up to the top, as soon as you scan, let's just start over here a second, okay? We still have the picture in here. I'm just going to go back from the beginning, okay? I'm going to
Okay.
click on,
Want me
once
to
I,
just go back to the beginning and start from total scratch?
okay, we can, or you can just leave that on there and we can go, we'll just continue taping.
Okay.
Okay. Dell printer, home. We've already put the picture on the scanner. You taped that earlier. So I'm double clicking this icon right here, the maple leaf icon.
Right.
I'm scanning one photo, scan one or more photos. I'm doing a single photo. I click that, and the scanning is in progress right now. So this just goes until the scan is complete. And as soon as it's done, this window pops up. All right. Now, I'm taking my mouse because I like to have this stuff like in the middle of the screen. I'm going to minimize the one thing behind it so it goes down to the bottom of the page. That way I only have this window to work on. And I can move this window anywhere I want with my mouse, okay? Now, I'm in My Pictures, which is where I want to be, but I want to put this in a subfolder. My Pictures is like your cabinet drawer. I'm pulling it out, and then I'm going to take a folder out of that to put the pictures into. We already have this folder named. We have it called, we have 2 family history folders. We've got family history prior to 1958, and then we have family history post 1957. Okay? So prior to 1958 is where we're at right now, because the photo we scanned was of Olga and August, right? Wedding, and it was actually their honeymoon at Niagara Falls. So I know that that occurred prior to 1958. So that's going in here. I'm going to double click on this because now it's very important. I want this to say family history prior to 1958. That means I'm going to put this file that I just scanned into that folder, this picture that we just scanned into that folder. And I'm going to, just for sake of naming the folder, right here, I'm going to, since I know what I just scanned in there, I'm going to call this honeymoon. Honeymoon at Niagara Falls. Okay, so I just typed in, that's just the file name. So if I was
Where
going
is that again? Show me where.
right here, the file name. I typed that in there.
Okay.
Okay. So this is my picture file name. It's in this folder of family history prior to 1958 in my drawer that's My Pictures. Okay. Now I'm going to come right here and I'm hitting the save button right there.
Okay.
Now all these pictures appear. Now I have these in here double for some reason, but we'll worry about that later. Okay. Now, but right now, see I have that file and it says honeymoon at Niagara Falls. All right. I am going to double click because the double click works the best. All right. I now have a picture of August and Olga Schwank sitting there. I'm assuming that's Niagara Falls. Behind them, it's very foggy. I'm in. As soon as I double click on that, I come up here and I see something that says Edit, Organize, or Share. I'm taking my mouse and I'm clicking on the Edit. Okay? And I double click that. Probably only have to single. And then I'm going to come straight over to the Edit file right there. So all these things pop up. I'm going to go on to the picture that I want to edit. Let me just show you for the ones that we've already done that the caption comes up at the bottom, okay? We know that this is Inspired Germany. We know that this is Trudel and Dieter Kotzer's wedding reception, December 28th, 1957. This is Olga Schwank's mother.
Okay, go ahead.
So that's the caption.
Okay.
Right now this one doesn't have a caption because we've not edited this one. I am double clicking on the film that we just put in there, or the picture we just scanned. Now the first thing you notice about this picture is it's kind of yellowed and brown. All right. One of the things I'm going to just do, you're not committed to this, it doesn't change anything permanently unless you want it to, is I'm going to click the auto adjust. And you just saw what that did.
Show me where that is.
Auto adjust is right here.
Let me take a look at that.
Okay.
Okay, that's yellow, which says auto. I got you.
And all I did was click it,
Yeah.
and you see what it did. Now, get on this picture, and on the picture itself, I'm going to undo what I did. The undo button is up here. It's this little arrow at the very top.
Let me get that.
This button right up there is undo.
Okay.
I'm going to click the undo so that you can see what this photo looks like.
Okay.
Okay? So that's the original photo as it was scanned, and that's what it looked like on the photo. I want to clean this up so it's prettier, more black and white like it originally was. I'm going up here to my auto adjust. I come down and I click the auto adjust, and it applies it, and you see how nicely it made it really clarified the picture.
Okay, show me again. Put your finger on auto adjust.
Auto adjust is right there.
See, because I got to zoom into it so I can see it.
Okay, auto adjust.
Gotcha.
And when
Okay.
you click on that, you'll notice you have 2 options.
Yeah.
I just hit auto adjust.
Okay. And how do you go back to where it was?
If I want to go back to where it was, the way it was before I did that, I come up here to this arrow, this little blue backwards arrow thing there.
Yeah,
I click it, and it takes it back the way it was.
gotcha.
Now, I'm going to do this one more time. I'm going to auto adjust.
Wait a minute. Okay,
I'm coming down here to the auto adjust selection.
Yep.
And it tells you it automatically makes adjustments to improve the photos.
okay,
And I'm clicking on that.
Yep.
And it cleans this photo up.
okay,
Okay? Now, we want to tag and caption this photo. So from this position, I'm going to go to tag and caption, which is right here.
okay,
All right? I'm tagging and caption. I'm going to do the people tag. All right? And when I hit people tag, you'll notice this came up over here on the
wait a
right
minute, I
hand
didn't
side.
see people tag.
Okay, it's here, tag and caption, and then I come here and I hit people tag. I
Okay.
highlighted that yellow
I can't find people tag. Oh, I see, it's right below it, okay.
right there, and now I'm coming straight over here. See everything that's highlighted in yellow
Yeah,
is what I want to do,
mm-hmm.
okay? And I'm clicking on that, which I did. I'm tagging a person, and it makes this appear over here, okay? Now, you'll notice down here the file name is what it says, Honeymoon at Niagara Falls, JPG, which is a JPEG file. That is what I did, you know, when we first imported it, and I stuck it in a very specific folder. So this file name is in the folder Family History prior to 1958, okay? Now, my first thing says people tags. It automatically shows, it automatically has a little box around both of these folks, okay? And then it says, who is this? So I can come over here, and you'll notice if I'm over here, I can do it. I can click, or I can come down here, and I can click, all right? And it says tag someone. See that?
Yep.
So I'm going to go to my keyboard now, and I happen to know that August is already in here. So all that I have to do is type like A-U-G. Now, I have 3 Augusts in here. I have August Moss, August Schwenk, and Augusto Seismans. Anyway, but I'm going to select August Schwenk because that's who I know that's who this is. And by just clicking on that, it automatically puts it up here. And if I come over here and hover on his face again, it pops up his name. Okay? Now, I want to tag Olga.
Wait a minute, I didn't.
By hovering over,
Okay,
I hover over here, it tells me that I've already, this is called tagging the photo,
all right,
and I have August tagged.
okay,
Now, I'm going to tag Olga, because it says, who is this? Because the program doesn't know who this is. So I'm clicking on this. I'm going up. I make sure that my cursor is flashing in that screen, in that line. I'm typing in Olga. And I know that I have Olga Krebs-Schwenk and Olga Stinfein-Krebs, which is Olga's mother. So I'm going to make sure I select Olga Krebs-Schwenk, and now I have them both tagged. But I also happen to know that this, I can add what's called a geotag. And the geotag is only, it's either the country or the state, all right? So we know that they're at Niagara Falls. Let me see how that's going
I
to
don't see where you are now.
I'm over here in geotag.
Wait a minute, but, okay, gotcha, all
So I've
right,
already got my people. There's only 2 people in this photo.
okay,
So I've already done my job on my people tags. Now I
Yeah.
want to go over and add the geotag, which is the location.
okay,
So I'm going to add a geotag.
okay,
And I'm going to type in Niagara Falls. Where's Niagara Falls?
New York,
New York.
well, Canada,
Is it in a specific city, or is it Niagara Falls, Canada?
Niagara Falls, Canada,
Okay, yes, it's in Ontario, Canada. So it gives me the general, I'm going to select Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada. Now,
Mhm.
under the caption, this is what appears when you're scrolling over the pictures. Anytime you scroll over the pictures, this caption will appear.
Okay.
And I think it's important to be as descriptive as possible because, Pete, I'm going to remind you that not everyone's going to remember all the things in your head because you keep telling me that, oh, I know this, and we know you know this, but this is for future posterity and so forth. So it's important that you give as much of a description so that when your children and your grandchildren look at this, they know what's going on. So this is August and Olga Schwenk. And we know the date is May of 1931, correct?
Right.
We don't know. They got married on May 16th.
Okay.
But this is sometime in May, sometime after that date. So this is May 1931, honeymoon at Niagara Falls. Okay?
Yep.
So really, the descriptive tag, you could add more, but we've put pretty much everything we need to know in the caption. So I'm
Yeah.
usually happy with that, okay?
Okay.
So what I do, and I don't know if there's a different way to do this, I come over here to this middle section where there's nothing going on,
Wait a minute. I can't see your finger.
okay?
Put your finger again.
This middle section right here,
Yeah.
where nothing's, I bring my mouse over here,
Right.
and I double click.
Okay.
And it tells me my changes were saved automatically. I'm going to say, okay.
Wait a minute. I didn't get it. Okay. Fine.
I can go back there, okay? I'm over here.
Yeah.
And I come into this blank screen
Right.
area. I double click in this area.
Yeah.
All right, it brings me back to this screen.
Right.
Now, when I scroll over this picture, I'm like, what was that picture? It tells me, oh, I spelled it wrong. This is August and Olga Schwenk's May 1931 honeymoon at Niagara Falls. Now, I have August spelled incorrectly. I'm going to go fix that. I just come in here just like you were doing. A-U-G-U. Yep. Delete. Okay, August and Olga Schwenk, May wedding. Again, I come right back to this area. I'm double clicking. It takes me back to my folder. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the interesting thing with this, because these are all the pictures in that photo, this is going to tell me when these pictures were scanned. Now, we've got some double pictures in here, and we'll come back and clean those up another time. We'll do that tonight. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say you're done now. Okay. And there's a couple of different ways you can send this picture. You want to send this picture to Linda. Okay. So I'm going to double click on it again, okay? And I'm going to hit create, which is right here. You see the create? I have edit, create, and view.
Yep.
I'm going to create, and I want to email this.
Okay.
It tells me my photo size is medium. I can make this smaller, which the smaller is the more pictures that you can send across the net and the faster it goes. So let's just make it smaller for, so that makes its estimated size 140 kilobytes, whereas before it was 230. So smaller makes it a little bit better, okay? We want to attach it. Now, I want to send it to L.M. Geich, right?
Mm-hmm.
At Comcast.net.
Yep.
All right, I'm just going to say Linda. More practicing of sending scanned family photos. Love you, Dad. Okay, now, it's already attached. When I do it like that, Peter, you do not have to reattach it because it's already down there, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So all I have to do now is send.
Okay.
I want to attach that file. I guess I've attached it. It's already attached. I do not, I guess I have to send it later. It's letting me write the mail, but my gray is for this reason. So
Mail waiting to be sent.
yeah, so we'll just go ahead and send it this way. This seems like a backwards way to do it. Why won't it let me send it now? I'm going to do this differently. That was doing it from within the program that we were in. I don't see where it I'm currently offline, it says, that's why, okay? I was not.
Are you offline?
It's what it says, I'm connected but not signed on.
Yeah,
the
the
problem.
mailbox is not up. Yeah.
So you need to sign on to AOL. But anyway, then but you know how to send it, you know.
I know how to send mail
Yeah.
waiting to be sent, yes.
Yeah.
So
So
I
it'll
can
be
do
in
that.
there ready to be sent when
Okay.
when you're logged on.
All right.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right?
Yeah,
Sound like a plan?
it's a plan.
All right, that's for you to try.
Okay,
And
we'll
then
try
we can
it.
go from there. We'll get more detailed later this evening.
Okay,
Okay?
gotcha.
We're going to go back to edit, which is where you would, and I'm double clicking right there. And it gets me back into my,
Mm-hmm.
I do not know why we've got that in there twice. But I guess we'll fix that later.
Okay.
Alrighty?
Okay, now we're recording again.
Alright, we're doing this again. This is a beautiful picture of mountain rhododendron there on that, on your screensaver or
Thank you.
wallpaper.
Thank you.
First thing we go to is Dell Printer Home. You already have an icon on your desktop, so all you have to do is go to that
Mm-hmm.
and double click right there. I'm double clicking with my mouse. The window that comes up, let's go over, now we're experimenting this time. Come over and look at the way we have the pictures laid out
Okay.
on the scanner.
Well, that didn't work.
How about going this way?
Oh,
Okay.
well.
We have them laid, can you see the scanner? Side by side going this direction.
Wait a minute, we're really messed up here. Let me shut this down.
Here we have the scanner,
Mm-hmm.
and what we have done is we've tried, now I know this works with 2 pictures, so I'm going to try it this time with 3 pictures.
Right.
And they go long ways, not touching, pretty good space between the 3, laying that direction
Right.
on the scanner.
Okay.
Then you close the scanner. Cut.
Yep.
Now we're at the computer. Again, we started off down here with Dell Printer Home. It brought up this window. I'm going to Photo, which says Scan 1 or more photos.
Wait a minute. Okay.
It says Scan Photo, 1 or more photos.
Yep.
Now, this time I'm going to do split into individual photos.
Okay.
And it's scanning.
What did you do to make a scan?
All I did was click the split into individual photos, and I click that.
Okay. Oh,
That
I
starts
see.
the
That did it
scan.
automatically.
That starts
Okay.
it automatically. It's very nicely automatic.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
Now, I want to put them, these pictures are prior to 1958, correct?
Right.
So I'm in My Pictures, which is your big drawer, your main folder, okay?
Yep.
Now I'm gonna scroll down through here until I find family history prior to 1958. It's right there, okay? It's in
Nice.
alphabetical order.
Okay.
So I'm going to double click on it,
Right.
and now my folder, if you looked at the whole tree, it would say My Pictures, and now it's family history prior to 1958.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yep.
So now I'm going to save these pictures. Do you remember which ones these were or what they were of, just to give us a file name? 'Cause they're
Yeah,
all-
they were different kind of, there were 3 different houses I lived in when I was a little child.
So Schwenk houses.
Yep.
All right, so we're just going to call it Schwenk houses. And I want to see how these look. Right now, all I'm doing is I'm minimizing the first, there's 2 windows here. I have 2 separate windows. I'm going to minimize this window because I don't need it. When I minimize it now, it goes down here to the bottom of the toolbar.
Mm-hmm.
And when I want it to scan again, I'll just click there on my little maple leaf looking thing.
Right.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I want to find, here's Schwenk houses. It did actually pretty good. They're a little crooked, but I can fix that. So the first one is, now this is a funky thing. There's probably a better way to do this.
Mm-hmm.
But I go up here to Edit, Organize, and Share.
Wait a minute, I didn't see that.
Okay.
Let me get over here.
I'll do it again here in a minute.
Right.
Okay. But it was the very top. It was the only selection that you had. There was Edit, organize and
I
share.
don't see your thumb. Just a minute. It's hard to see that right
Now I'm going to the edit tab.
now. I
There's
see
tabs.
it.
Edit.
Yeah,
Now I'm in the edit tab.
yeah.
I'm going to double click again on my first Schwenk house picture. Now these are the 3 that I just scanned. And I can tell that they've not been adjusted or I've not done anything because they're yellow.
Yeah.
When I go in and auto adjust the color, it makes it a nice truer black and white.
You point to auto adjust here.
I am. Auto adjust is right here. It's a little picture.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All I have to do is hit it.
Yeah.
I click it.
Yeah.
I come down here. I highlight that auto adjust.
Yeah.
And I click it.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes the picture and it straightens it up. But you'll notice it's still sideways.
Right.
So I want to rotate it right.
Okay.
Correct.
Yep.
I want to rotate it. Basically, I think that's like 90 degrees. Right.
Mm-hmm.
It will automatically do this 90 degrees. Right here it says rotate left, rotate right.
Yes.
I'm going to rotate right.
Okay.
And when I click this, it flips the picture in the upright position.
Very good.
Now, where is this house located?
This house is located at 402
First off, tell me the state, the city and the state.
District Heights, Maryland.
Okay, District Heights, Maryland. We already had that in there.
Yeah,
So that was my geotag.
Same one.
Now the caption is, what's the address?
402 Avenue D.
Okay. Now there's 2 boys sitting out here on the porch. Do you know who those are?
Well, let's see.
I'm going to make this. I'm going
Really
to
big.
really big, and I'm going to use the trackball on your mouse. It's right there in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to push it forward. All right.
Hmm.
Actually, it looks like there's 3. No, that's still part. It's gonna. The pixels are worse. There's a little blonde boy. Is that you?
I can't make either one of them out, but
There's 2 little boys.
it would probably be me and.
It looks like there's a little girl. Like that might be Nancy. Could that be Nancy?
She wasn't. She.
Or is
she
that
was-
just? Or is that just the bricks on the house? No, that's a chair.
I don't know what that could be. That could be Nancy, I think. I forgot.
I mean, there's a little girl. That to me looks like a little girl,
You
possibly.
have to look when we moved into that house.
Okay.
And I'll look that
So
up.
anyway,
I won't
we
get
can't-
time.
We can't. Okay, so anyway, we're taking it back down to regular size,
Okay.
and we've given it a caption. So I'm gonna go. I'm closing this file.
Right.
I'm gonna go to the next one.
Okay.
Every time you close it, it automatically saves. Okay.
Okay.
Now we're going to the next one. Now notice this one is yellow plus it's sideways. So the first
Yeah.
thing I'm going to do is come up here to auto adjust. Right there.
I don't see your finger yet. Got it. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to click. I come down here. I'll highlight auto adjust
Yeah.
again. Click it,
Yep.
and it makes it straight, and it also makes the color a little less yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm coming straight over here, and I'm going to rotate it right because I
Okay.
want it to be
Yep.
upright. And
Right.
I'm clicking
Gotcha.
right there,
Mm-hmm.
and it sets it upright.
Okay.
Now, is this your mother and you?
That's my mother and me living in Washington, D.C.
Okay. So the people tags, we're going to tag someone. And this is Olga, right? Krebs
Olga,
Schwenk.
yeah.
Schwenk. Now the neat thing about this facial recognition is her name popped up first because
Yeah,
it
it
recognizes,
recognizes
it remembers
her
her from
thing.
the other pictures that we tagged.
Fantastic.
Okay, now let's see what happens when I come down here on you. There's too many babies in here, so it doesn't recognize you as a baby.
Okay. That's amazing.
So this is John Peter
Yeah.
Schwenk.
Now I had something else here.
Now this was Washington, D.C., right?
Yes, but I had a list of that dates. I've had all the dates listed on a sheet of paper. And what
Okay.
happened and where we
Here,
live.
oh, it's right here in this notebook. I set it right there. Okay, those are the pictures we've already scanned, so I didn't want to get them mixed up and have them rescanned somewhere. So I don't know where you want. I'm gonna put those
This label is there.
somewhere.
Yeah.
They've been scanned already.
Okay, this would be around 1936. Let's see here.
1936. I'm down here now in caption, and I'm adding a caption. 1936.
Damn, this doesn't show it. Suitland, 36. Oh, okay. That they purchased a lot in 1937. So
this would be 1937?
yeah, June. Actually, he couldn't have built it in that old. Oh, that one there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's living in D.C. I'm sorry.
Okay, this is Washington, D.C., 1936, you said.
Washington, D.C. is 1934.
Okay,
And the address
okay.
is 1747 D Street Southeast, Washington, D.C. I think we might have had that before.
Yeah, I'm going to put the 1934 in parentheses.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good. This one's done.
God, we were there in 34, and then we.
Now, here's the other picture. We're doing the same thing with this. Do you want? I'm going to auto. Do you want to sit down and auto adjust this time?
Okay. You're a good teacher, Debbie. Okay.
You're going to. The picture's up, so we're going to auto adjust.
Can I get it straight first?
All right.
I made it darker.
It did. It took out the yellow and made it
okay.
black and white. Yes. Now we're going to rotate it right. All right.
All right.
Now that's you, I'm assuming.
That's me on my bike.
And what's your dog's name?
My first dog was Lucky, but he was a lot better looking than that one. I don't know. It had to be Lucky.
That's Lucky?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
All right, so go over here and do first off tag someone.
Okay.
Now come over on your face and click. And John Peter Schwenk. All right. Now come down here and let's tag Lucky.
Okay.
Just type in Lucky.
German Shepherd. Lucky. How about that?
He does look like a German Shepherd to me, so I would say that's Lucky.
That's H-D-P-H-E-R-D?
E-R-D. Lucky. Very good. And just enter. Hit the enter button. Okay?
All right. And then have to have the location.
Okay, yes. Now go over here and add the geotag. So that, remember, first off, click on the geotag. Down here, add geotag. Now this is in Washington, D.C. or in District Heights?
This is District Heights.
Okay, click that.
Okay.
Now the caption, come down here on the add caption. Add caption. And then type in, this is Pete and Lucky. 1930, what'd you say, 4? 36?
Forgot. Let me see. Video. 1936.
Okay, Pete and Lucky, 1936, or something to that effect. You spelled it. You got your dog. Very good. Now just come over here and click. You can either double click here, or you can go up here. Okay, you're fine. Now we've got the 3 that we just signed in are all signed in, are all logged in, okay?
Okay.
So we're ready to scan some more.
That's pretty neat.
Isn't that cool?
That is. Now, we didn't show when this was.
We did in the
Another one?
we did in the file, but if you want to put the year there, that's actually probably a good idea. I would double click on this one again, and under the 402, under the caption, put the year. That one was 34, wasn't it? Because this one
No,
was
that
on
after
District
third-
Heights. This
after
was District Heights.
That was later.
36?
Oh, you know what? I don't have it here. We lived in Suitland in 36. That had to be. I put down where they bought the property. I said that.
You talked about 35 or 34, they bought the property.
No, yeah, I don't have it. Oh, here.
Yeah, purchase. That was June 37. That was District Heights lot.
God. So June 37. I'm assuming we moved there in 38. But that just doesn't make any sense. Okay, I'll put 37. What the hell? How can you build a
37,
house?
in June of 37, they purchased the deed. So that was probably when they moved in, I would say.
No, that was a deed for. Yeah, it's amazing what my dad did. We're living. He's working at the Navy Yard full time. He just moved here. I got a mistake then. He purchased a lot in District Heights in 37,
In June of 37,
and in July,
you got the deed to Bradbury Park, Block H.
he was renting there. He bought that and bought this other thing too within
A month.
a month. I can't believe it. Okay. So anyway, so then
So this would be 1930.
7
Yeah.
purchase. He did.
Now you
It
said
had to
this
be
is district.
1938.
This is district. No, these. You're not that old here. District Heights. This is District Heights. This would be about 30. Well, yeah,
No,
you're
it
right.
couldn't be.
It
It
has to
couldn't
be about
be. We only
38.
lived in one place at a time.
So 38. You're right. It had to be about 38.
Yeah.
Looks like you were Christmas. You were there at Christmas, so you were there December 37 for
You're
Christmas. So that might be,
Yeah.
Now, and there's leaves off of the trees here, so this is probably the fall or early winter, but you don't have coats on. So I would say this is fall, maybe November time frame or so,
Yeah.
but it'd be fall, I say fall 37 would be a safe bet that.
We bought the lot in June of 37. That's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And it looks like I said, you're sitting, it looks like it's fall time frame because you don't have a coat on and there's no leaves on that tree out front. That other one's a evergreen pine tree of some sort. Although,
yeah, you're right. It's got to be. You're right, because we spent Christmas in that house.
it does.
How could he build that house by himself working a full-time job? I don't get it. So this is 19.
Fall, I'd say fall of 37.
Yeah, we're just saying 1937. It makes sense. But I knew we lived there a little bit before we went to school.
Okay, close the file. That way you won't have them all open when you're done. Just close that file. Now go to the next one because you want to put the date there. Click on it, double click. We do have the caption on that one, so close that file. Close the file. Go to the last one. Make sure we have the date on that one. Double click it. You got the date on that one, so we're good.
Where is it at?
Pete and Dog Lucky, 1936.
Why is it on there?
It will be. Close the file. And now pop that open. Pete and Dog Lucky, 1936. It just wasn't on that first one we did.
Okay, good. Very good. Okay.
Now we're ready to scan. Let's scan some more.
You know, they don't lay anything out because some of these aren't as interesting as.
We're taking these three.
Yeah.
They're done. So give me your next three.
I think I'm going to go grab a different batch someplace else.
Okay. I'm going to shut off your camera now.
Oh, here, we can. This is a good one.
Okay.
Is I do 2 at a time again?
Let's do 3. You got 3. The 3 that would be, you know, a batch. You could batch together.
These are not, there's nothing, what do you mean by batch? These are not.
Well, because we're going to call them something in the same file.
Oh, we are?
Yeah. So if you've not got 3, let's do 2. You could say like Schwink siblings
None
or.
of these are not batchable.
Okay.
I think I looked through all these.
So the ones that aren't batchable, are these 2 batchable?
No.
Okay.
No,
So one at a time. All right. Then let's just do one.
I can do that.
Okay. So just do 1.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Walk over here and sit down.
Okay.
Maple leaf.
We went up to, down there.
First thing you're going to do is scan. Okay. Photos.
Oh, this goes to PD?
No, you're going to do the very first thing. Scan, click on scan 1 or more photos. This time it's a single photo, not scanning. It's doing the scan.
We don't know which one we've already sent.
Your glasses?
Hmm?
Were you looking-
Yeah.
They were blended in with the counter in there.
I was trying to find them in there.
She's a really good teacher.
Okay. Now, who are these guys?
This is my mother and Linda
Okay.
and the twins
Okay.
and Stephen. I think I need a
Okay.
magnifying
So
glass.
basically, it's what they call it. They call it Nana. They called her Nana.
Like my mother, yeah.
Say Nana and grandkids
Oh.
here. Type here Nana and grandkids. First off, take that all off. Yeah, Nana and grandkids. Yeah, I was gonna scan that in too. You have to. I know. That cracks me up.
These are your glasses.
Now just hit save. Now we don't need this screen right now, so minimize it. When you minimize it, it goes right down there in the toolbar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, we don't need it for right now. So now we're going to go to that, oopsie daisy. We didn't put it in the right file. So we're going to, it's the very last one you did here.
This.
Double click it. Let's go ahead and fix it
Do
and
you
I'll
want to
move.
slide it to the right file?
I'm not in this thing. You have to go, you can,
You can't?
not from the screen. Go up into,
Well, do it the way you want. It's okay.
okay, I'm going to show you here. Minimize this one, this whole screen right here. There you go. Now, we're going to come over here and we're going to, what do we call that? Nana? Okay, so go down here to Nana. Let's find Nana and probably the very end. Nana and grandkids.
You see it?
No, I don't see it.
It's not alphabetical. Maybe we got pictures scanned.
Go that one, yeah, go that one. Yeah. No. Okay, we're gonna, okay, let's go back to all photos. I'm going to all photos now. Now I want to find,
There'll be nothing in there that says Nana besides that one.
I know, that's what we could do is search. We could do is search. Okay, we've got, oh, there she is right there. She's in the right place. You did it in the right place. Okay, she's in our file. All right, so we're going to edit. Go to the edit tab right there. Double click on that one because that's the one we just did. All right, now we're gonna. This one can be better. So you definitely need to auto adjust it.
I was going to move it up. But
I'm gonna show you how to do that here in a second.
okay, what do we
Auto
do?
adjust.
See what it does when I watch it carefully.
Just makes it a little more black and white. Now, this one we're going to crop. Go back, do the drop down box on the crop. I want you to do proportion, come down here to proportion. I want you to do custom. Okay, now, Now you drop and you drag. Let's pull this bottom one down all the way to the bottom. This one in the middle. There you go. Now we're gonna make the box bigger. So you gotta grab that little. Just make sure you wait till you get there. Go up. No, that's taking it over. Okay, hang on. Take the just grab it. Watch what happens here. When I get an arrow there, see the difference? I have this thing. When I have this thing, it moves it everywhere. Okay.
Right, yeah.
And when you just do the arrow, it'll drag that all the way over there. Okay?
Yeah.
Now this one we want to bring all the way down to like here.
Yeah.
And this one we want to bring all the way over to there. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, you're going to go back up to crop.
Click it.
Uh-huh. And we applied that.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now you've got a really nice
Yeah.
picture.
Okay.
So now we're going to go to tag someone. Wait, first off, go to tag someone. Now click on Nana. Okay, it doesn't recognize. It doesn't recognize her. So type in Olga.
Where?
Or click on that. Yeah, it does recognize it. How about that? Olga. All right, now start with the kids. Click on that one. Just click on it. That's Linda, right?
Yeah.
So type in Linda, Guy. Or Linda Schwenk, or whatever you want to. Schwenk's already in there, so you can.
We'll just be that. There.
Okay.
That's what she was at the
Okay,
time.
just enter that. Hit the enter button. Okay.
Cindy.
Okay, click on that. Type in Cindy Schwenk. Okay, hit enter. Get your enter button on that one. Okay, go to that one. That's Susie.
Yeah.
Type in, click it, click it, click it, type Susie. Okay, hit the enter button.
Stephen Christensen.
I think he's in there. Okay, he's already in there. So now come down and just click on that.
Oh,
And
okay.
it pops that in there. Okay.
Right. Very good.
Now, we want to add where this was taken. The geotag is the state over here. Come down to the add geotag. See where it says add, add. Now, where was this in any of those locations?
Yeah, Washington, D.C.
Okay. And then the caption, hit add caption down here. No, add caption. There you go. And type in, you can type in,
Backyard.
Nana with Linda, Cindy, Susie, and
Well, it's outlets that you see.
okay. And whatever year that
I'm going to
was.
say backyard.
Okay, backyard 19, whatever.
This would have been, those kids are about 2 years old, aren't they? So that would be 1964, you think? Born in October. Do you think there maybe, they wouldn't be two until till October of 64?
Yeah, they're not 2 there, I don't think.
Okay.
I'd say they're somewhere between 1 and 2.
Summer 1964.
I'd say so. That probably, yeah. Backyard summer 1964.
And where did I spell backyard? Okay.
Okay.
Very good. Now
I think we're done recording, aren't we? Or do you want to keep recording?
you can stop.